Hello, my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is a reading for Divine Feminines tuning in, watching for a Divine Masculine. So why hasn't your masculine contacted you? That is what we're taking a look at here today. General as always, so please do keep that in mind throughout this reading. Release what doesn't make sense for you. So starting with current vibes of the connection, I'm going to be using these two decks here, the Masculine's Madness 2 deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials, and the Divine Masculine Within My Head deck by Fire Witch Tarot. All right, so let's begin and take a look and see what the current vibes are. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or you could be a cross watcher watching for a masculine who is a water sign. You could also both be water signs. So let's take a look and see current vibes of the connection and why they haven't contacted you. Okay, we have insanity. This relationship is the definition of insanity, but I can't let it go. Okay, so maybe they're driving themselves crazy, driving themselves insane at this point in time. This does say motors running, get me going. There could still be this very intense pull that they feel towards you. Certainly the desire to be with you, the physical connection. Let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please. Current vibes for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have decompress. I just need some time alone. Please don't take it personally. Okay? So currently, this could be what your masculine is wanting you to know and understand. It's not about you. Maybe they just have some things that they really need to deal with on their own. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to that with within my head messages. So what is in their head? Current vibes. All right, let's see. For water signs. I miss your sexy photos. Okay. So they miss, first of all, hearing from you. They miss the conversations and certainly the sexy photos that you would send if that applies. Look at this next card. I'm just so stressed about everything in my life. Shit hasn't been easy. Okay. So they've been going through a lot. That might not even have anything to do with the connection. It could, but I feel it's much more than that. And then we've got, I want things to go my way. Clearly things are not going their way if, their life is stressing them out right now. So let's go ahead and clarify these messages for the current vibes. I'm going to pull from my tarot teacher. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We've got the sun. So current vibes is that they want to be able to find happiness with you still. They want to come back into union. And Divine Feminine, here you are. Okay, the Empress right next to motors running, get me going. You really get your masculine going, certainly sexually, and when they think about you, when they focus on the connection. There's something about this partnership that they can't seem to let go of because they're still really attracted to you, wanting you in their life. They want things to go their way as far as this partnership, but it hasn't. And Divine Feminines, you're also coming in as the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you guys could be an earth sign, or you might have earth in your chart. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. The Empress is representing Taurus already. Some of you guys could have already had children together. The Empress can sometimes be indicative of motherhood, pregnancy. But I feel, especially financially, Divine Feminines, you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need your masculine for that. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very nurturing, very successful in their own life. Someone who's very down to earth. Right now, when it comes to your masculine, I feel they're struggling a little bit to just be brave about what it is that they need to do if they want to be able to fix this. They need to get rid of their stresses, and maybe that's what this is referring to. They need time to themselves to decompress, as it says. I just need some time alone to be able to process things or to be able to fix things in their own life. So there's this need for patience. There's this need to perhaps build up their confidence. Maybe they're struggling a little bit with that. Could be dealing with a Leo here. We've got the Nine of Cups, Eight of Wands. So I feel they want to be able to make this wish come true for you, Divine Feminine. They're most content with their life when you are a part of it. And maybe they tried to move on from you. Maybe they tried to move on to other relationships, but clearly they're driving themselves insane trying to do that. They can't seem to let go of you. Maybe they tried to replace you, but they did not succeed, is what I'm picking up here. They recognize that when you guys disconnected, they might have ultimately missed an opportunity to be with you, to be able to build a life with you, to find this pure happiness with you, with that sun coming through right there. So I feel your masculine has a lot of regrets. They could be dealing with some depression and anxiety and maybe just super stressed out, as we've already seen right there, thinking a lot about you, missing you. Part of the issue too could be that you were dealing with a masculine who could have been slightly younger than you, or maybe there was a big age gap for some of you guys. You could have been the more mature divine counterpart, Divine Feminine, and you could have been dealing with a masculine who was younger than you, either just slightly or there was a huge age gap, is what I'm feeling here. This Knight of Swords is somebody who gets bored quite easily in a partnership, and therefore part of the problem could have been that they were entertaining other people. There could have been infidelities and trust issues in this partnership because they really weren't looking for anything permanent, for lack of a better word. They weren't really looking to commit to anyone. They enjoy the company, they enjoy the adventures that you guys could have had together, the times that you've shared, but they weren't looking to commit back then. And perhaps they are recognizing that finally. Look at this. We've got the Hierophant coming through, and again we've got Taurus presenting itself here. So very heavy Taurus energy for some of you guys. They want commitment. They know they hurt you. They recognize that. Heartbreak, betrayal, feeling very lonely without you. Your absence in their life, it's left a void. There could have been love triangles, third-party situations here that contributed to the separation, but clearly they really want to transition out of the past. They're done with that. There's this need to heal from all this. There is this need to move forward. And if you're on the same page, Divine Feminine, hopefully, once we start digging a little bit deeper into this scenario, you guys can actually find your way back to each other. That is what's coming through here. So right now, what is presenting itself here is that we have a masculine who wants to reconnect, who wants to be able to commit and find happiness with the feminine once again. the need to transition out of the past, to move forward, to come towards the feminine, but maybe they're not ready also. These are things that they want currently, but they actually need to take action to make that happen. But as we can see here with this card, they still need alone time. So maybe the plan is to eventually reach out later on. We'll have to get to that portion of the reading. Okay, so let's continue to take a look at some challenges for the partnership here. Okay, so let's add to that. I'm going to grab from my Silhouettes deck here. So what are the challenges of this connection and why the Divine Masculine hasn't contacted you? Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So what else do we need to know? What are the challenges here? Oh gosh, look at this. Tumultuous, okay? So this says we were wrong for each other right from the start, but we chose to ignore the signs until our raised voices drowned out any further remnants of love we had left to give. So part of the reason for some of you, this will not apply to everybody, why your masculine has not contacted you is because you guys had a very tumultuous relationship. And maybe they're finally now recognizing that there was just something very challenging or toxic about the partnership. Because it says it right here, you guys were wrong for each other. Maybe through time and healing and working on oneself, you guys can come towards each other as better versions of each other, where you can be right for one another, but you had a very painful breakup perhaps, because it was a very tumultuous partnership. Glitter. You leave a trail of sparkle wherever you go. Part of that sparkle, Divine Feminine, is why you have a masculine here who's going insane. They can't let you go. Because no matter how much they try to move on, to forget, possibly even getting into other partnerships, there's something about you that's lingering. And they can't seem to forget you. They think about you all the time. We have fragile. Healing takes time. Exactly. Honor your journey. Open your heart when you are ready. So right now, things are quite fragile between you and your masculine. This could be a part of their reality. It hurts being here without you. They've got regrets. They definitely have regrets. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this and see what else do we need to know about these challenges popping up. I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Taking a look at the challenges of the partnership, we have a reverse 10 of Pentacles. Makes sense that this would be popping up in the reverse, because in the upright, this is a masculine who is wanting to create something stable in a relationship. Recognizing the fact that they might have found their perfect match in this connection, but instead thinking that you guys were wrong for each other. And that's the challenge. That was their interpretation, that you guys were wrong for each other. But perhaps the reality of it is that they were trying to convince themselves that you guys were wrong for each other. Because they still feel your energy, they still feel your presence. They still feel this sparkle, this glitter that you have left behind. They are totally losing sleep over this. Insomnia, nightmares, feeling hopeless, traumatized over the fact that you guys are not together. Divine Feminine, here you are. You are the Queen of Cups. So during this time, focus on your gut instincts, your intuition. What is that telling you when it comes to your masculine, and why, truly, they haven't contacted you? What is presenting itself here in this reading is that they might be dealing with a lot of insecurities, staying up late at night thinking about you, wondering perhaps what they could have done differently to make this turn out in a whole different way. And as you can see, look at this. We've got the 10 of Swords. So we've got 10s popping up in this reading, letting you know there are cycles that need to complete. And this cycle has a lot to do with the past, the painful ending, the collapse of your partnership. Do you see how this is lining up? Reality, it hurts being here without you. They recognize perhaps the reason why you guys are not together. Four of Cups. The disconnection between the two of you. A missed opportunity. Okay? So if they don't take any sort of action towards you, Divine Feminine, it might end up being a missed opportunity, but it'll also be their loss that they didn't do anything about it. So it depends on what it is that they're willing to do at this stage. Part of the issue too with that King of Wands is sometimes it can indicate a masculine who wants to put love on hold. They still want to be able to explore and see what else is out there. Not recognizing the fact, again, that you guys were meant to be, that you were their ideal mate. They didn't recognize those things, and that's part of the challenge here. They could have also believed that there was someone else way better suited for them. They could have been bored in the partnership and felt the need to be out there to see what else is out there. Other partnerships, other connections. Part of the reality between the two of you, Divine Feminine, is that you guys could actually be twin flames. We've got the Four of Wands right here. So yes, there's a possibility towards rebuilding this foundation in the connection. There could also be a reunion here. But they need to recognize the connection for what it is. And it's presenting itself to be, for some of you, that this is a very strong twin flame connection. And that's why they can't let you go. That's why they're driving themselves insane trying to do that. They will always feel your energy because you guys are twins. For those that resonate with that. And then we've got the High Priestess. So it's very important, truly, for my feminines here to trust your gut and instincts and your intuition. So both the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess focusing on your intuition here. And if you're truly trusting of that, Divine Feminine, you're going to know that perhaps your masculine might be going through some sort of transition in their life where they can finally turn this 10 of Pentacles in the upright, ready to offer that stability towards you, the security in a partnership, recognizing the strong bond that the two of you have together. But there's a lot of healing that needs to happen here. We've got this very painful energy from the 10 of Swords. Look at this. We've got the Emperor. So what is so significant about that is earlier we had the Empress. So divine counterparts will be able to hopefully find their way back into each other's lives. We've got an Emperor here. You could be dealing with an Aries for some of you. They're ready to take control of the situation. They really want to build a strong, solid foundation in this partnership. So we've got fours popping up here. Okay, Four of Wands. Foundation, establishment in the partnership. The Emperor could also be tapped into fatherhood. So some of you guys really, you could have already had children together, or you've even talked about having a family someday. We have the Ace of Pentacles. There's that solid offer right there. Money matters could also be looking up. This is manifestation right here. Marriage, security, stability, all of it is what they're wanting to offer. But as we saw earlier, your masculine may not be quite ready to present this into the 3D. I feel eventually they will, but I'm just feeling that they're allowing their fears to get in the way because of how things played out between the two of you. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this. I wanted to go ahead and grab some insight and take a look at what's really in their heart space for you, Divine Feminine. So I'm going to pull from the Love Me, Not Love Messages deck. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. What's really in their heart? Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs. What's really in the Divine Masculine's heart? So this particular deck, right down here, it either says love me or love me not. So this one says love me not. The card says, feels like I just walked right out of heaven. I don't know what to do to get back right with you. So these are things perhaps that they are wondering and questioning their actions. They were in heaven with you and they walked out to perhaps pursue other connections. They want to come back though. Let's grab another card. And maybe they've convinced themselves, Divine Feminine, that you don't love them anymore. And this one says, love me. Okay? Reflecting our feelings towards one another makes me feel so good to know our connection is strong. Yeah, it's strong. You guys could possibly be twins, as we've seen. They're still feeling your vibe, your energy, and I have a feeling that you're feeling it too. Waking up to you every morning is my peace on earth. And lastly, I tend to lose my temper and take things out on you. Okay, so take that if it applies. You could be dealing with a masculine who said some very hurtful things to you. So let's go ahead and grab some additional messages. I'm going to pull from this deck. This is a super tiny deck. This is called The Flames of Truth by Angelic Revelation 144. Let's see what else. What's really in their heart? Angels and spirit guides for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Words are no longer enough. I am working on something big to win your heart. Whoa, look at that. So it's beneath the surface right now. You're not hearing from your masculine, but that does not mean they're not thinking about you, that they don't love you, because I feel they do. They know that they're going to have to show up correct. They know that they're going to have to do a whole lot, perhaps in order to win your heart again. And look at the bottom of the deck. I will prove my love to you. My actions will show you I am sincere. Whoa. So that's what's really in their heart. And I'm just guided to look at this next one. Look at this. I'm working up the courage to tell you how I feel. Exactly. Exactly right. So let's go ahead and add to this. I'm going to pull from my Tabby Tarot Teacher. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's a lot that's coming through from your masculine and what's really in their heart when it comes to you. You represent that peace in their heart. Peace and heaven on earth. That is what you represent to your masculine. This is really interesting. So the Page of Swords coming up in the reverse. Some of you could be dealing with a younger air sign here, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Okay. Now, since it's in the reverse, perhaps your masculine is recognizing that in the past, they were all talk and no action. That they were deceptive with you, they were manipulative with you, that they just did very silly things, possibly sabotaging the partnership. They are recognizing that the old version of who they are needs to go. Look at this. We've got the Death card and then we've got the Devil card, okay? So we've got air signs coming through. We've got Scorpio and then we've got Capricorn. So Scorpio, this is your card, the Death card, right? So especially for you, maybe there's something significant here letting you know that when it comes to your masculine, there's the end of a cycle. It ended for a reason. Because they weren't treating you right. They weren't looking for a commitment. The Knight of Swords isn't looking for a commitment. They're very impulsive. They jump into situations, before thinking of the consequences sometimes. So with that Death card, there really is this need to let go of attachments from the past, attachments from toxic situations. That's what's going to create a new start for you. Something failed for a reason. It was not working. And the masculine recognizes this. So the old version of your masculine, that part of your masculine has to go. So in a way, it's sort of like a death is occurring. Not a literal death, of course, but the old version of who they were needs to go. It needs to no longer be a part of their character, a part of their life, if they really want to be able to move forward with you. But part of the issue and the challenge could also be that they've got unhealthy patterns, unhealthy relationships that they've gotten themselves into, sort of like a repetitive cycle for this masculine. Getting into the same situations over and over again in their relationships and perhaps expecting a different outcome. And what is that the definition of? Insanity. In and out of relationships. They weren't looking for commitment. But something about this partnership that they can't seem to let go of. And feeling perhaps stressed out, as we've seen, depressed because you guys are not together, obsessed with you, Divine Feminine, obsessed with the fact that they want you back. They're willing to work to fix this, to win your heart once again. They know that they've got choices, better choices that they need to make here. They want to be able to plan for the future. Part of the reason why your masculine might not be contacting you is because they're allowing truly their fears to get in the way. There's this very restless energy with that Two of Wands. They want to make decisions. They want to make choices for the betterment of this partnership. They want to create progress. But right now they're withdrawing because maybe they're just not ready to present this to you. But as it says, I'm working on something big to win your heart. When they're ready, you'll know it. You will know this. So right now with this Two of Swords, there's not a whole lot of movement, but that does not mean they're not thinking about it. They're at an impasse, but at the same time, they know that they need to create change. They need to create movement in order for you guys to find your way back together. And my Divine Feminine's coming in as that Queen of Cups. Okay, so there's a reason why that Queen of Cups is coming through twice. Because you're just calm. Perhaps there's a part of you that believes that if this is truly meant to be, it'll find its way back to you. So again, Queen of Cups, very intuitive. Trust your gut and instincts and your intuition when it comes to this. There is a possible reunion here, though. A positive outcome, a new beginning. That could lead towards marriage for some of you. So I feel your masculine, they just have a few things to work through, but eventually you will hear from them. All right, guys, so let's take a look at the future energies for this connection. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some cards from this deck. A Passionate Love Affair, Whirlwind Romance Loving Messages by Angelic Revelation 144. Taking a look at future vibes, future energies for the partnership. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. How many children do you want to have? I think we should start practicing the art of baby making. So they want to definitely have a family in the future. Look at this. You are my lady and I am your man. You got that yummy yum. They're definitely attracted to you. Still desiring you, Divine Feminine. I dream of the future, and all I can see is you as my wife. I see us having our own home and a family together. Will you make my dreams come true and do me the honor of becoming my wife? Whoa. And remember earlier, where is that? Words are no longer enough, okay? I'm working on something big to win your heart. That could be this engagement right there. That could be what it is that they're planning. And if that actually comes to fruition, I might have just ruined your masculine surprise here. But, you know, hopefully, if it does present itself, this is something that will make you very happy. Very happy. Look at this. They definitely want a family. 1 + 1 = 3. Will you have a baby with me? Okay, so children, babies, families, the marriage, commitment, all of it. They want that with you. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. Tarot with a twist. If you're new to my channel, this is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners interested in wanting to learn tarot. It's got upright and reversed meanings, and the twist here is that it includes oracle messages as well as new court cards. So while you are learning, it's challenging you at the same time. So it's a lot of fun to use this deck when you're just starting out learning. All right, water signs. Future vibes. What else do we need to know? We've got the Five of Cups. So what I'm getting from your Divine Masculine is they know the history, obviously. They know that they did things in this partnership to disappoint you, to hurt you. Their regrets. They're not wanting to repeat these things. Let's see what else. Ace of Cups. Okay, a new beginning. Love, intimacy, compassion, a deep connection, a new beginning for the two of you. Conception, fertility popping up again. So they definitely want to be able to create a family, children, babies with you. This is a situation moving forward that will get better and improve. We've got romantic proposals, which I'm not surprised we've already had that reference here in this reading. I dream of the future. So an unexpected proposal, possibly for some of you. Engagements, marriage. Somebody who's going to be very creative with how this proposal happens. Wow. So all three of these cards tapped into your own water energy. So there's a lot coming in for you. But when it comes to the future vibes of this connection with your masculine, Divine Feminine, there's some unexpected happy events that's going to be coming in for you. Now we've got three cards popping up, all Divine Masculine energy. We've got the Duke of Earth. We've got the Duke of Air. So these are two of the new court cards in this deck. So for my divine feminines, you could be dealing with a masculine who's a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. The Duke of Earth is somebody who's already well established. This is someone who's a good listener. They're very down to earth, very attractive, very handsome, great sense of humor. They've already established themselves in their career. So this isn't somebody that's going to use you for your money or take advantage of you in that way. This is somebody who could be a very loving spouse, a very attentive parent. Okay? The Duke of Air is somebody who's very good-hearted. They love a great conversation, very chatty, easily approachable. They love to share their feelings. This isn't someone who's going to be clamming up on you. This is somebody who's really wanting to talk to you, maybe for hours, that sort of interaction. This is somebody who's definitely emotionally invested in the partnership, faithful, no third parties, no drama. This is somebody that you could trust. This is someone who would be a devoted spouse, a very doting parent. And then we've got the Knight of Wands popping up. So depending, of course, on who your masculine is, it could be describing your masculine through these cards right here. So Knight of Wands picking up off of fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is someone who's very action-oriented, loves their adventures, not afraid to go after what it is that they want. Very charming, sexy, flirtatious, very impulsive. The only caveat with that Knight of Wands is that they tend to not want to commit and just want to play. So just be mindful of that you're not getting more of the same, So a reunion possible, yes. A new beginning, yes. But you got to be careful that the person that's coming towards you actually has done the work on themselves. We've got the Death card coming through again. So the end of a cycle, that needs to happen in order for this future energy to be presenting itself. So again, metamorphosis, change, transition, transformation, all of those things need to happen in order to have a very successful union in the future. In order for all of that to present itself. So change needs to happen. And lastly, we've got the Angel of Darkness coming in. Aren't you tired of being in the shadows? Why are you here? Misery loves company, they say. Is that the reality that you want to encapsulate within you? How long do you plan on staying? I'm here to help guide you through this very dark time in your life, but only when you are ready to break free from the chains that bind you. It's time to do that shadow work. When you are ready, I will help lead you down the road where the sun is waiting to shine for you. And I really feel this is speaking to your masculine, divine feminines. They got themselves in these shadows, and the Death card right next to it is trying to end that cycle of darkness so that they can head more towards the energy of the sun where they can offer you the happiness. But first, they need to be able to find it for themselves. They need to be able to fill their own cup so that they're not coming towards you as somebody who's depleted or empty. Somebody that's not going to look to you to complete them, to fulfill them in any way. They need to be able to come towards you as a whole person already. All right, so possibility of reunions, new beginnings, all of those things, marriage, having families in the future, all possible. Just be mindful of certain individuals, divine masculine coming towards you, especially someone who might be younger than you, a little bit more immature, needs to live a little bit more life, have more experiences, certainly in love and romance, to be the partner that you deserve. And if they're not looking for a commitment, then perhaps part of this Death card energy is to just sever ties for good and end that cycle once and for all, welcome in a new beginning to be able to help you find the love that you certainly deserve. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some healing angel messages here to wrap up your reading. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Healing messages for water signs. Intention. When it comes to your masculine, their intentions have to be on point coming towards you. That will be what's going to be very healing for this partnership. Your angels, the universe, friends, family, they are here coming through as a support system for you, for the connection. So many blessings that are surrounding the both of you at this time, the connection. Especially those, of course, who are on the same page. We have power. You both have your own freedom to do what it is that you want to do in your lives. You both have your own free will. You both have the power to create change and movement in your own life. Certainly, when it comes to this partnership, as long as you guys are on the same page, you both have the choice to come back together and to give this another try. Be able to trust in the process, trust in each other, trust in the journey that you're on. Restore the trust in each other. What else for water signs? Yes, very important to surrender and release the past. I'm not surprised to be seeing children. We've had lots of references to babies and families in this reading. And one last message. Healing. Okay, so the healing card coming through from the healing deck. That's much needed in this partnership. For those of you who have been dealing with health ailments, health issues, perhaps this is a literal interpretation of your healing, that your angels are watching out for you in that way. I'm just guided to pull these next two cards, Divine Guidance and Celebration. So this is telling us that happy times are ahead. These celebrations could be reunions, marriages, anniversaries, birth dates, babies, so many things. The two of you are being guided, perhaps onto the same path to be able to find your way back to each other. All right, guys, so that's what's presenting itself here. I do hope that whatever made sense for you, especially when it comes to your masculine, that it made sense, and take from it, again, what makes sense for you and release the rest. And if you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so very much, and I'll see you next time.